don't need to read that. The wilderness of Shur, which is here. You have the Shur desert, and you can find that easily if you go here, which is Egypt map modern days, right? They show you that the modern day Egypt map that they claim is this, but actually it was here back in the days. But here you have again Shur, right? And then here, okay. So this is the book of Genesis chapter 20 verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south of the south country. So it's going south, as you can see here, right? So he journeyed south, right? Let me see if I have something better. No. Some certain maps are just full of shit. I should delete them. This is correct, Midian and stuff like that. This is true. That's the reason I actually took this one. But let me see the land of this. No, yeah. Actually, it was. No, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, I'm not so good with these type of maps. This is the land of Uz, here. Well, the place Uz actually. Ur of the Chaldees. The land of Uz. Oh, it's Aram. Oh, I'm thinking of Ur of the Chaldees. Sorry, man. I was thinking of Ur. Sorry about that. Very sorry about that. But anyway, this is a possible location, so don't worry about that. I'm not worried about that. I read wrong. I read Uz, but I was thinking of Ur of the Chaldees. So I looked at it like, that's not Ur. Sorry. The land of Aram. Uz, Aram, is a son of Aram. Yeah, it's the land of Aram. You know, in that whole region that I showed you right there, that bubble that I made, so kind of bubble, roughly a circuit, I should say, roughly a circle, right? Okay, going on. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. So, where did he go? He was going toward Egypt, right? So where is that? And therefore, if you just type in here, I'll get to the typing part. So it says here Shur desert. This is the way to Shur. From Mizraim, you go to way to Shur, and this is brook, right? But it says Kadesh, right? But this Kadesh, look, you have two Kadesh. You have Kadesh and you have Kadesh. It's sometimes spelled Kadesh also, because they're playing around. They're devils. That's what they do. For example, if you have Kadesh, Naphtali, here you have this one, Kadesh Naphtali, which is here. So Carmel also, but then you have here the king of Kadesh. The Canaanites were there first. But I mean the Canaanites were there first. All these places, the Canaanites were first. You know, Bethel, the Canaanite was there, but we took that land, and then Bethel became of Ephraim. Yeah. But loose from that, let me go here. This is the one. Kadesh is in the Canaanites used to have this. Now Israelites have it. Beersheba. Where? Kadesh 15, 23. This one, man. Okay, this one. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me see here, man. Damn it. Here, this is the one that I colored. I thought so. I thought I colored it. I know I colored it, but I made a mistake. It was this one, Joshua 19, and here you have then. Therefore, Carmel, we took that. Asher took it now. You know, because it used to be of the Canaanites, of course, in the chapters that I just read before this. So, what am I? 37. Okay. Here, so Kadesh is where? Za'aim is where? Naphtali. Za'naim and Kadesh is in Naphtali, right? And then you have here, for example, as for a combination's sake, Judges 4:11. Howbeit, Sisera, sorry, Judges 4:11. Now, Heber the Kenite, which was of the children of Hobab, the brother-in-law of Moses. It says it's brother-in-law if you look up the Hebrew, because the father-in-law is his father, which is Raguel or Rauel, right? It's also named Jethro, but Jethro is a title. So, Heber the Kenite, which was of the Hobab, the children of Rauel, the father-in-law, Hobab is the brother-in-law of Moses, had severed himself from the Kenites and pitched his tent in the plain of Zaanaim, which is by Kadesh, which is here, which is in Naphtali. Zaanaim and Kadesh is in Naphtali, so we can link that right here, that he was there. And then it said that the Kenites came from there and stuff like that. So that's the connection with the Kenites over there, right? But let me go on to over here, which is Kadesh Barnea. Now Kadesh Barnea is here. This one. You have down there Kadesh Barnea by the wilderness, going toward Shur and then going toward Egypt. So this Kadesh is the one south, right? Because it says here south country of Canaan, right? And then I have a few pictures. Wait, let me see if I have it here actually. No, it must be here. This one. Oh, no, there's something else. I'll get to that later, Lord willing. So I think this one. That one. Okay, so here you have Kadesh Barnea near Seir. And then where is Seir also? Near Mount Hor. So Mount Hor is where Seir is. Okay, so here, 34. So what do you have? Mount Hor at the border from Mount Hor all the way up to Hamath, where the Hamites were. But the Aram people lived in afterward there. But who was there? Genesis 10:18. Canaan. So the Canaanites did. This is Canaan, his bloodline. So the Canaanites, and the Hamathite. So the Canaanites used to live in Hamath. As you can see the word here, Hamath. The Hamathite is a man. The places were named after a man. Sidon is a man, as you can see here. But his whole city was called Sidon. City of Sidon. Because his children were there. He had multiple children, by the way. Many. Okay. So that's that part over there. The Hamath and stuff like that. Okay, so from Mount Hor, where the Horites were, Seir the Horite. Seir is a man, and he's a Horite. The children of his are Horites. Those are Canaanites. But Seir is a man. And then the place was called Seir, right? Mount Seir. And the Horites were there. Okay, so Esau took that. Okay, but the border of the Israelites is from Asmond near Kadesh Barnea, which that's where I got the name from, Kadesh Barnea. This is where Moses, this is where Abraham was. Abraham was in Kadesh Barnea, which is here. This one, Kadesh Barnea. I have another map, by the way, that says it. I think it's here, right? Oh yeah, here. I think. Okay. So Kadesh. So let me see what's here. So Beersheba, that's Simeon is there. Okay. So Kadesh Barnea is here, which is near Seir and therefore near Mount Hor. So you can get through all that Asmond, which is, oh boy, where'd I put that one? Here. Wait a minute. Right. Okay, sorry about that. Now, here you have Kadesh Barnea, which is down there, right? Again, once more, near the brook of Egypt, right? And then you have here, here. Oh, what the hell am I doing, boy? Okay. Then you have here once more Mount Hor, and Seir is there. Mount Seir, Mount Hor. Okay, the Horites, and then you have here Edom, Seir, that region. What mountains is there and stuff like that. And Mount Hor, kind of question mark. There's here, there. Basically, this region is of Esau. Okay. Here again, you have Kadesh Barnea, and then you have around here Asmon, which is to be around here, where this thing here, the blue thing, right? So they say kind of question mark because they're not sure, but it's this region because the scripture saith that Kadesh Barnea is near Asmond. Kadesh Barnea, Asmond, and it says it goes to the south, which is, which picture was that again, boy? Wait a minute. Okay. So this is again, sorry. So this is again here, Kadesh Barnea. And here you have Asmon, where again in the near of the brook of Egypt, right? And then you have, let me see, Edom, Seir, and Mount Hor, right? Where the Horites were, and Seir, and you know his people, his descendants, and stuff like that. Again, Seir is a man, and Seir is a Canaanite man, and he was the hairy. So Seir means hairy, and Horites means cave dwellers. So Seir the Horite means hairy cave dweller. That's what it means. Seir the Horite. And if you don't know, then here, look. You can also read Genesis 36. Okay, so it says right here. So Genesis 14:6, and the Horites. If you look up that word in the Hebrew, you will see it's the Canaanites. The Horites in their Mount Seir, because the land belonged to them first, right? But then the Most High gave it to Esau in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 2. And let me see, and the land Mount Seir, country of Edom, right? You know it says here Edom, but like I said, if you look this up, that's what it is. Okay, then you had, let me see. Okay, Genesis 36 and 9. And these are the generations of Esau. Okay, then Genesis 36 and 20. That's what I mean. In the same chapter, you will see that Mount Seir, okay, the Edomites, okay, Kukat, right? So Genesis 36 and 20. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land. Lotan, Shabal, and Zibeon, and Anna. The point is, Seir is a man, the Horite. These are his people. And he lived there with Esau in the beginning. Well, in the beginning it was only them, right? And then later on, Esau joined. And then later on, the Mosai made it to where Esau replaced Seir, the Horite, and his people out of the land. By that time, Seir was already dead. He's a man. Okay. So then Esau started to be known as the children of Seir in the land of Edom. But the dukes of the Horites, right? These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. Like I said, let me look it up for you so that you can know, right? So, Seir. So first, it will go to the Genesis 14. If you type in the Horites, Hebrew 2752. Horite, cave dweller, the inhabitants of Mount Seir, the inhabitants of Edom. So it's talking about the Canaanites in the beginning. Latter times, it started to be talking about the Edomites. But in the beginning, so Genesis 14 and 6, it's talking about them. So who are the cave dwellers? Canaan. But Omen Nomen is spiritual because Mosai made it to where Esau took over that place. And he's the cave dweller. Remember, these, for example, this one, this is not Esau's building. This is Canaan. Canaan built this. Canaan built this. These pillars are not Roman pillars. They are Canaan pillars. Canaanites. Do you know how big this thing is, boy? Eh? Look out. This is a donkey. Look at the entrance. In the ancient kingdom, right? Do you think that people would just build entrances like this that you could just walk in and take over their stuff? You wouldn't. First and foremost, you had gigantic Hamites and then you had regular Hamites, right? So the gigantic ones were here. Well, in this individual place here, but there was all over the place. Lebanon and stuff like that. There's all over the place. But I mean, like, you had regular ones. Look how small these people are compared to the entrance and stuff. Who's going in there? Who? Like, why would you need such a big entrance? And they can't even get over the threshing floor here. They couldn't even get over it. Threshing floor. Here. Their example. Here. Right. This thing. They had to jump to get a. Do you think that inconvenient stuff they would make it for themselves? Come on, man. They didn't do it, and neither did these ones. Neither did these ones. Opening door. Here, this one. This is real. This is not a painting. They colored the pictures and stuff like that, but this is real because you can find it here. This is reality. And this is the temple of Baal God, meaning their devil god. This is their temple. Who went in there? Small people? But then at the same site, you have places that have small porch like this. Look, right here. You have small things like this one here. But on the other side, you have it too. You have smaller places, and this one here again, you know, you got these small ass people. Like, who lifted this without equipment and stuff, like machinery? Who did that? Who do you think? Same thing with Mizraim, because the Israelites only built a few of the pyramids. Exodus chapter 1, only a few. You know. Here, who's that big? Why would you need that big of a door? Aren't you afraid? Look, another door here. Aren't you afraid that the raiders were coming? You know, you don't have a gate. Everything is open. You know why? Because of this. Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 1. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven. Did you see that? How big they were? Still are until this day. A people great and tall, the children of the Anakims. They were not the only big ones. There was more of them. Og, his people. Sihon, also his people. And the Philistines. And the Lebanon people, which were Canaanites also, which I was just showing you. Baal Bek is in the scriptures is known as Baal Gad, right? Let me go on. Whom thou knowest, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest and of whom thou hast heard, who can stand before the children of Anak? Everybody knew it. This was a saying that you can't fight them. You can't. It's through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that Jacob descendants came in and beat the shit out of them. That's why the other Israelites, they was afraid. They was, we look as grasshoppers in their sight. Let's get out of here, man. We're going to lose. Because the sight of them would put shame and fear in their heart. And they were afraid. But Caleb, he wasn't afraid. He was like, fuck these dudes. I'm going to kill him. And he did. You know, along with the rest of the Judites and stuff like that. But he led the charge. And yeah, so that's that part. And then you have, okay, so going back to where I actually was, which is, let me see, okay, Seir is a man. The Horites are Canaanites that lived in that land. Those are the cave dwellers. But my point is this. Kadesh Barnea is near Amzon, and that is the river, that is the border where it stopped. Unto the coast of Edom is our border. So, what did we have? Let me see here. And everything here I can just show you in the scriptures. I did it in other videos, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'm looking at the time already anyway. So where is it again? Let me see here. Kingdom of Solomon. This one. So we had here from Ezion Gabar all the way to here, the sea, Mediterranean Sea, right? And then all the way to Hamath, to Tipsha here, which is Second Samuel 8 and 3. David smote Hadad-ezer, which is Aram, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, as King David went to recover means to take back, to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And where was it? It's spelled different. Yeah, I thought so. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 24. This is King Solomon. For King Solomon had dominion over all the region. on this side of the river, on this side of River Euphrates, from Tipsah even to Azah, which is Gaza. You can look that up in the Hebrew, Blue Letter Bible. Over all the kings on this side the river, and he had peace on all sides round about him, right? So that's that part. And then you have, what's the other one again? Oh yeah, here. Here, Tipsah, right? Here. So Tipsah is where? Tipsah is here. It's a city there. So King David went there, here. He killed them. He butchered the shit out of them. And then he killed the kings of Zobah. And then you had another Kadesh there. And then you have another Kadesh here, Kadesh Naphtali. And then you have another Kadesh here, which is Kadesh Barnea. So there's 3. I think it's one more. I'm not sure right now. But anyway, you had Bozrah, you had Seir, you had Mount Hor. All these places where the Canaanites were, Esau took that over, right? And you have a Seir here in the land of Israel also. It's in the scripture somewhere. A Mount Seir. Yeah. In the midst of Israel itself. A Seir. You have a Seir there. You can look it up if you want to. Type in Seir and you're going to find it eventually. Okay. So, let me see. If it's not in the scripture, then it was on a map. I'm sorry. I don't know if I made a mistake right there, but let me leave that. Scratch that, okay? Either it's in the scriptures or it's a map somewhere or something, but I know that there's something there. But let me leave that, okay? I just talk about what I can prove through scriptures, okay? Okay, Tipsah, which is the Euphrates River, and that is the power that has been given unto Yahweh. That has been given from Yahweh unto King Solomon, even in the book of Genesis chapter 15, right? And then here it says Asmon and all that deck. Asmon is near Kadesh Barnea, and I have another thing here, which is this one, right? Okay, this one. So here you can see individual canals and stuff like that. It says El Arish, right? El Arish, which comes from the Mediterranean Sea, and it goes land inward, right? Okay. And this is a satellite photo once more. Just like the guy that took the satellite photo of NASA, but they hid it. Just like that. Well, they got this one too. With the infrared and all that type of stuff. So when you see this, you're like, damn, it's actually very big over there. Okay. But then if you Google, this one, if you Google how many canal of water are there in the Wadi El Arish. I know I didn't do it good, but I'll have another picture for it. Anyway, it says here, Wadi El Arish is a natural seasonal drainage system rather than a network of man-made canals. I made a mistake because I typed in canals. I didn't know the difference between a canal and a stream. Now I know. Yeah, and this was what... Yeah, whatever. Now I know. While it contains a complex hierarchy of approximately 21,738 individual stream segments, it does not have canals. Yeah, I know that. In a traditional sense. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. You can harvest water there too because they have crops there. The crops of Seir, which, wait, let me get to this one. How many individual streams of water are there in the Wadi El Arish? Now I corrected myself. So it says 21,738. You can pause the video if you want. I'm not going to read everything. Okay, so it says right here. So the Wadi Abudis, highest stream order, 7, 450, 1,000, 2,000 something, 3,000 something, 5,000 something, all that there. All these places, you can individually Google them, and then you can see. And then I typed in, also in Google, I typed in, is El Rawafa Dam used for harvest? You can read this in the book of Isaiah chapter 23. So it says here, the El Rawafa Dam. So Isaiah 23, verse 1, 2, and 3. Let me get it for you. These 3. If you go and scour this one in the Blue Letter Bible and stuff like that, they're going to say kind of conflicting things. But, like I said, if you read the Bible, yeah, it says that Kadesh Barnea and Shur are in the same place. So it says right here, which is Genesis chapter 20 verse 1. And Abraham sojourned from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh Barnea and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. Shur is before here. So Kadesh, this is Kadesh Barnea. It's not talking about the Kadesh Naphtali, and it's not talking about Kadesh in Aram. This is talking about the one that went to, the one that went to Egypt, right? That one. Okay, now go back over here. And it's in Joshua 15, if I'm correct. Joshua 15. Let me see something here. See 50 here. Oh yeah, Asmon also onto, you see, Asmon, the river, Egypt, Barnea, and the end of Jordan, Jebusite, Mount Seir, Timnah, Hebron. Just read this. If you read this, you will see. You know, it will explain everything in like details and stuff like that. Everything is mentioned here. That's how you can see, like, oh, I know what you're talking about. As long as you put these two together, Kadesh Barnea and Ashmon, because you might say, hey, wait a minute, nigga, it doesn't say Kadesh Barnea over here, fool. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It doesn't say Kadesh Barnea. What am I doing here? It does say Kadesh Barnea. There's another one that says Kadesh, but oh yeah, Genesis 1. Or 20 actually. 20 and 1. It doesn't say Kadesh Barnea there. No, it doesn't. So yeah, you're right. But yeah, it is Kadesh Barnea. So it's not Kadesh Naphtali. Anyway, Kadesh Naphtali didn't even exist in the time of Abraham. Let me see here. What am I doing here again? Sorry. Right. So sorry, man. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. So it was used for crops, and there was harvesting stuff over there until this day, by the way. Let me see if I have another picture. No. Harvest water. What do you Resh? I don't think I need more. Okay, cool. And then I think I have one more actually. Right. So you have here, if you go to the Blue Letter Bible, and if you type this, if you look up this word Asmon, it's going to explain to you, like Joshua chapter 15 verse 3 and 4, which I just was. I was there. It proceeded southward to the ascent of Akrabim, continued to Zin, which is the wilderness of Zin, went over to the south of Kadesh Barnea, and proceeded to Hazar Adar, then over to Asmon, and continued to the brook of Egypt, where it ended at the sea. What sea? The Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern border. And what sea is it talking about there? Well, that's the sea where it says here, which is... Hey boy, I forgot. I clicked it away. Let me see. Here, this one. So Mount Hor, right? This goes to Hamath. That's the other side. That's all the way upward. But it says here. So Numbers 34 and 5. And the border shall fetch a compass from Asmon unto the river of Mizraim, and the goings out of it shall be to the sea. So where is this? Only one place that has sea that's there, which is... Oh, well, why? I'll use this one, which is... no. This one. Which is this? This is the only place that has a sea. This one. There's nothing else. This is the sea that it's talking about, which is... Maybe I have a different picture, actually. Edom, I should say. Where is it? This one. Here. This is the only sea that there is. There. Only here, which is the Mediterranean Sea. And only here, the Red Sea. There's only two of them. And King Solomon had from here, this little thing here, this little crack, which is here. This little crack here, from Ezion-Geber, yeah, all the way from Eleth and Ezion-Geber, all the way through Kadesh Barnea, through and to the sea. That's what King Solomon had. He had power over that region. So yeah, there you have it. And Shur is here. And Shur to the way of Egypt is here. That's the wilderness of Shur, here in the midst somewhere. And then you have the desert of Shur, and then it stops here at the brook of Egypt, Mizraim. That's their land. It used to be, but nowadays they added on a little piece more, and they took Kadesh Barnea. They took it away from the Israeli people, the Amalekite that call themselves Israelis, right? But just remember that Asmon and Kadesh Barnea is the end of our border. Just remember that. Once you remember that, then you will see like, oh, so that's the river. Yeah, that's the river. Here, which is this one, sorry. This one. Which is over 21,000 waters here. And you can look them up individually. For example, if you want to. Here. So you see the blue thing? It says crops, right? So you have a lot of places here. Look, it's a bubble. It's a circle, sorry. But if you see the place, you will see... Boy, you can get lost over here. That's how big it is. And you have these ravines in the... Let me see. El Aresh. Ravines. If I'm correct. Yeah, I'm gonna see a lot of things there. Let me see. El Arish. Canyons. Here. You know what this is? This is water. No thing can do that. Look. These stones have not been touched by water. These have. They've been touched by water. Why? Because the water will smoothen it out. And here, you see the Wadi El Arash. There's many. Boy, there's like 20,000 of these. 20,000, 21,000 something, man. But my point is to show you that they have places like this that are clean. They're beautiful. But why? Well, if you do this, let me see here. If you do this, stone, right? Why are they smooth? And let me see. Boulders and water. Okay, this one, the water doesn't beat over it, so it's rugged, it's rough, right? But once the water starts beating over it or beating upon it, that's smooth. If you walk on it, you're gonna fall. You might fall. These ones are the ones that are being hit by the water continually. So they will become smoothened out and beautiful and slippery as hell because they're smooth. They're oval. They're roundish. These ones are not being beat by the water, so therefore they're rugged, edged. You can scratch yourself. You can't really scratch yourself with this one. You know, you can't really. It's possible, but it's less possible than this one. This one, just scrape your foot. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. This one, scrape your foot. Boy, you better hold on tight because you're gonna fall. This one doesn't get really scraped, but you can see that it is scraped. This one is kind of scraped. You can see it. It's, you know, it's kind of rounding off because the water hits on it from time to time. But the water is smooth. It's cool. But if it's a raging river, yeah, boy, it's gonna smoothen. This you can see that the water glides over it and therefore making it kind of smooth. And here this clashes against it, so it's gonna be rounded off, making it smooth because it clashes against it. You know, that's what water does. It makes everything smooth. Give not a wicked woman passage to gather abroad like water and stuff like that. What is it again? If you give the water passage, oh, what am I doing? If you give the water passage, it will break. It will break it because water with the crack in the wall, what is it going to do? If water comes down here, it's going to destroy it. That crack is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to end up like this. That's what water does. It will break you. So it will break you. And this is not actually a beating water. This is just a water path. Don't give it passage because it will break everything if you don't stop it right away. That's why you should stop a whore as a daughter. Stop her. It's going to go. It's 100. She can't stop. It's water. It's going to go. You need to stop her right there. Put chains on it. Ho. Right. So yeah, basically that's it. So that's what the water does here. So you know how high the water was. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that normally. What you think they had things? Shh. Like how you call that thing? Sandpaper. And then they individually went to all these thousands of creeks and these cracks in the thing. They went to thousands of them, and then they started to just do this for fun. Ain't nobody living here, man. The water did it. There ain't no water now. You know, yeah, let me see. You have here, for example, which is you can see that the water was grinding here, and all that there. But you have other places where you can see that it would stop. The water would then be here back in the days, because yeah, you can kind of see it. And then here above, it wouldn't be grinded up. But certain places they do have it very high. This is all grinded because of the water. This is all grinded. Yeah, but certain places are rough, which shows you that the water wasn't really grinding against here. It came across it, but you can still is rough. But other places the water was very violent. I think I talked enough about the water and stuff like that. But that's this. That's this, right? And then no, sorry. That's these places. But like I said, there's so many, and you don't have all these pictures online. Don't forget, people in the world are not like Americans. They're not like Chinese people. They're not like, and by the way, Chinese people, you can't do this because if you go with the camera and stuff like that, certain places are blocked off because they don't want you to see how horrible it looks. That's why. But not every place in the world is like Europe, West Europe predominantly, because East Europe people don't. Yeah, they do it, but not that whatever. Not that good as West Europeans, because the people have more free time, more money. They have more things. They have nothing to do, so they just do stuff, put stuff online and the pictures. And some people actually not work, but you can have a Google account and then you could just do things. They might pay you, but that's not actually what they do. They just do it here. You can figure it out for yourself. You can look it up. You can have a Google account. And then you can take pictures and stuff like that. And then you can upload it. They did that with the Pokemon thing. But I did a video about that which shows you that Esau used the people, right, to play a game. But here. The Pokemon scandal CIA thing. Let me see. Pokemon Go. The Chinese started banning Pokemon Go. No concrete evidence. I showed you in the... Look, it says here, right? The foundation, link, and keyhole. These two. In-Q-Tel is... I don't even have to go further. Look. In-Q-Tel is an independent non-profit venture capital firm characterized by CIA by the CIA in 1999 to bridge the gap between Silicon Valley startup and the U.S. intelligence community. It's some CIA shit. And then Keyhole Inc. Keyhole Inc. Keyhole Inc. Corporation was not a CIA agency itself, but It was an early mapping startup famously funded by In-Q-Tel. The CIA okay, fuck off. But what did they do? This is what it was. So, Keyhole Incorporation was not owned by CIA, but funded by this one, whatever. Here, let me read it. But it was partially funded by the agency's venture capital firm In-Q-Tel, right? Before Google acquired Keyhole. So what is Keyhole? Keyhole is a CIA shit, okay? It's not owned directly by the CIA, but it was funded to Cave monkey talk. This is slang. This is a how you call that thing? This is snake tongue. Snake tongue slang. Anyway, before Google acquired Keyhole, which is CIA, In-Q-Tel, CIA, in 2004, Keyhole's technology laid the foundation for Google Earth and influenced elements of Google Maps. Okay, so you can't go into places where, like the ravine that I just, or the canyon, sorry. You can't go here. You can't with a car. You can't with a Google car. But what can you do? People. Let's say she was a member. I was looking for that word. She was a member because I was thinking the Dutch. She was a member of the Google, right? Okay. Then she would upload these pictures and then she would name it. She would put it on the map it out and be like, this is it. And then when you now go and look up this thing because you never saw it before, then you would click on the map and then you would get a picture. Boom. Here you go. That's how they map out the world. And they did that with the Pokémon Go. So what did they do? Wait a minute. Let me see which one of them. Which one? In-Q-Tel? Let me see. In-Q-Tel, or was it Keyhole? Not directly. Yeah, whatever. In-Q-Tel, the venture capital arm of the CIA. Oh, nice. It's an arm. It's a software. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It grabbed it from here. Did not, but provided crucial early funding. You know what happens with sponsors, right? If you don't do what I pull my money away from you. Now you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Stuff is gonna happen to you. No, please don't leave us. Please sponsor me. You know, but you got to do this and do this. Yes, just give me the money. Okay, cool. Here you go. But you know what you need to do, right? Okay. If your school doesn't teach that a man can be a woman, then we'll pull your fundings. Oh no, we're gonna go bankrupt. Please don't. Okay, just do what I say then. Yeah. That's it. Anyway, so it said for the mapping startup Keyhole Incorporation in 2003. So what is the point? Pokémon Go is basically set up by the CIA. And that's the video that I made, which was funny because Esau is using free labor. That's why Pokemon Go was banned from China. It was banned from Japan. Even Japan banned it. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's not Japanese. That you're using Japanese things, but it's an American thing. You're coming to spy here. Was banned for spying at Russia, China, and Japan, right? Let me see here. Yeah, it was in several countries. Different countries, China, Russia, Japan, have actively restricted the game, while Japan itself has never banned the game, though its players are institutions have occasionally been caught in international espionage panics. Because they tripping. Because they... What? So China, Russia, Japan, and a few other countries. Okay, Egypt, let me see. Other countries like Iran, Egypt, Indonesia have also raised security espionage concern regarding the app. Meanwhile, even Western military organizations such as U.S. Pentagon restricted the game inside sensitive defense facilities to prevent potential location and blueprint leaks. Yeah, because you can map it. You're a member of Google, for example, right? Or the game, and then the game uses Google Map the thing, like, you know, I don't know how you say it, man. Just the behind the bones. You know what I'm saying? Behind the bones, it has a structure like Google Maps. Okay, then you pin it, and then it pops up on the other side of the world. And then they take pictures. And you know what's funnier? They could take picture from here, and then the picture from here, and then the picture from here. Boy, they got the whole map because they can use the software to put all these pictures together. Even if you look, for example, building in an area, right? Okay, cool cat. So a building in an area. This is what they do. Let me see. Oh man, house or something. Oh man, I want to add a good picture. Right, oh man. Anyway, I'll use this one. Okay. Let's say a person stands here, right? They tell you like, okay, so Esau knows the world is not this place is not mapped out. Okay. So he tells you to go here, Pokemon, a creature is here, go catch it, You're stupid. And then they go and then they catch it, right? And then another person here does the same thing here. Go catch it, stupid, go. Stupid. Hey, stupid, go get it. And then he does, okay. But now they have the whole map over here, right? Boy, this software is so powerful that it can now calculate the behind here, how it would look. By calculating here, I don't know how the hell to do that, boy. But they do it. Oh, here's a better one. They could take pictures from here, take pictures from here, but as long as you don't see the background, right? And then the software, because it saw the thing here, look, it can't see here. Behind this house, it doesn't know the water thing here, right? Okay, cool. But you take a picture here, take a picture here, take a picture here, and it can map it out. I don't know how they do it, man, but they do it, you know. It might not be 100,000%, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's a bicycle behind here. It probably doesn't see it, you know. The software won't manufacture it. I don't know. Anyway, that's what they did. That's what they got. So Esau knows his little map thing because he's a devil, you know. He's a little smart ass demon. But not the average Edomites. They're stupid. They're dumb. They living off of the hype of their rulers and their wise ones and stuff like that. Wise in the flesh. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm done. And I did a video on that, but it was fun to me because the things that I read was hella crazily funny and stuff like that. I think that was dope. But yeah, to each their own, you know, interested in all these type of things. Not everybody finds the color orange beautiful, you know. Might not be their favorite little thing and stuff like that. But when you look up these things, you will come across a lot of lies. Like, oh no, it's not CIA. Oh no, this is not CIA. But it was funded and linked to CIA. Funny. They're just funny people. And there's many articles of news and stuff like that. You can just go down. How Pokemon became entangled in international Here, it says here, oh, here. That's why you gotta watch out for this software thing, because I know the truth and therefore this software is just full of shit often. So it says right here, the person behind Pokemon Go started with investment from the CIA, now doing global mapping for military AI. What is it, March 2026? I think. Here, so it says here, beautiful. In summer of 2016, 500 million people, boy, those are all free labor. Voluntary picked up their phones, walked into parks, took to the streets, and entered shopping malls using cameras to scan everything. Boy, that's free. That's free labor right there, man. Now they got everything, man. They got a lot of things, man. They use these people, and this was only just in America and stuff like that, you know. You got other people in Europe, you got people in Russia and stuff like that, and then when they started to find out, they banned that shit. You can't use it here. They even went to Japan and just going to ban Pokemon. Japan. Shut up. They I don't like that devil shit here. So they were told not to go there. Let me see if I can see. They urge Pokemon players. Pokemon Go players urged not to venture into Fukushima disaster zone because the Edomites, they had like, there's a rare Pokemon over there. Go get it, stupid. Oh yeah, and they went. They went to these nuclear places, man. They went to go just look for Pokemon. That's how stupid these people are. They are that stupid. That's why sometimes, often, I'm looking at the world like, no, Esau is right what he's doing. He's right what he's doing. He's kind of right to a certain degree because fuck these people, man. They're fucking stupid, man. Yeah. Rule over them with an iron fist, boy. Go ahead, do it. Kill them. Use them. The boy. Let me see. Hiroshima. Keep Pokemon away from Atom Bomb Memorial and Pokemon Go found in toxic nuclear plant in Japan because they put them there. And let me see. Nuclear. Russia. It's not currently playable in Russia because developer Niantic pulled off his game, including Pokemon Pop at the market. Yeah. It was before that, so shut up. It was way before that. You can go because of security concerns. Okay. Large, low cost. You know what? I will leave the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. If you want me to read it, I have another video. I didn't read this article because this article is new, it seems. I think this is March 2026, I think. Yeah, this is new. I don't know this. I have no idea what it is. I only know the other ones. So anyway, entangled became an entangled espionage thing. But the thing is, they use it. But I don't even know why I actually came back to this one, which goes into the mapping thing and stuff like that. I think I don't even know how I got into that topic in the first place. But yeah, that was fun for me. I'm sorry if I messed you up. Yeah, but I think I'm done with everything else anyway. Anything else is done concerning the mapping and all that type of stuff, all that there. So again to wrap it up, here you have the crops being grown, and Isaiah 23 talks about the harvest of Seir, which is this. Seir is the river, the brook of Egypt. Okay, so you have, like I said, they say a few other things there, but Esau knows better. I know that he knows better because I've seen all the other truths that he knows, but he's willingly confusing people. Because, O thou of little faith, why didst thou doubt? Because doubt is going to make you fall. But not in this. This has nothing to do with salvation. I'm actually talking about let me be more specific. Esau creates doubt for people to ask themselves, is the Bible real or not? That's what I should have said. I didn't say that good. I made a mistake, and I'll rewind it, retract it, which is, this is nothing. This is just a map. This has nothing to do with salvation whatsoever. Yeah? This is just for information's sake, for people that are interested. Like I said, not everybody liked the color or the color orange. You know? So you have this is a form of orange, brown. It's a form of it, but you have different forms of orange. That's why I say a redhead is actually coming from brown and orange and stuff like that, as you can see here. And redhead in autumn. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, which is this. And then they wear this. Look at the brown hat. Look at her hair. This is dyed. And this is Photoshop. It's CGI. It's not a real person. This is a real person. This is a real person. This one. As you can see, she has brown and then badger brown and then brown, like leather brown. and then her hair brown. It's brown. It's brown, man. You know. And this one is dyed because I don't think that it's that bright, like the orange. I don't. It might be possible, but a lot of times they faking. You know. So this is real. It looks real, I should say. And then this one, which is going into blonde, which is very light brown, light orange, brownish. You do have the deep orange and stuff like that, but anyway, this is brown once more. With the leaves, of course. This is how they basically tell on themselves. This is darker brown. You know, this is brown. This is orange brown. This is brown. Like for real brown. This is good brown. Like, I mean, good to see. Because here, it kind of looks orangish. And, you know, others and stuff like that. This is, you know, kind of orange. But this is real, like real brown to me. I'll say that. That's why she got the freckles. If her whole entire face was one freckle, she would be brown skin. Like her hair. Alright. And I always said that. Always been saying that for years. So I'm not with that stupid fade or fad, whatever the hell that thing is. That new thing with the orange is the new black or something like that, man. Yeah. I was talking about this before that. So I have no link toward that garbage. That's not I'm not doing that. I did this years, okay? So this is not something new. You can watch the video. Don't watch it. You can check the videos if you want to. You can check my videos for proof. I don't mean watch. You can check if you want to watch, but anyway, that's not what I mean. You can check my videos for proof that I did it for years, going back longer than what? I don't know, man. 6, 7, 8 years or something like that. I don't know. I've been saying that. Like, it's not fucking red. This is red, stupid. This is red. This is red. This thing is red. She doesn't have red. You're colorblind. I used to call them mammals, you know, colorblind apes, chimps from the caves and stuff like that. Cave monkeys. Chimp can't see. Here. That's it. So they're colorblind, you know, because they say a brown bear, right, and a black bear, so they clearly know the difference. But when it comes to Chris Brown and Wesley Snipes, all of a sudden Chris Brown is a black man, and I see Mexicans darker than Chris Brown, and they call them brown people. I seen East Indian darker, so I always was like, I didn't believe in a fucking snake tongue definitions of words. I'm not saying that, and if I do, I say it only because I know that you don't understand what I'm saying if I would say what I think that it is. Not think as in question, but think as in thought process. That's what it is. But yeah. But you gotta, not you gotta, but you gotta, sometimes you gotta adjust to a person, their mindset. So then you say it, you know, but yeah. Esau's full of shit. But not everybody has, look, you might have a group of, let me see, 20 people or something like that, right? Or 100 people, right? Okay, cool. And then there's 100 shades, 100 different shades of orange to a certain degree. Yeah, this is brown. It's brownish, they're thicker brown. But if you kind of look close, look, have you ever seen a rusted, to a certain degree? Rusted iron. You don't see orange? You don't see orange? I see orange here. I see orange, yellowish and stuff like that. I do see it. I see here brown and stuff, so I do see it. I see here yellow, orange. I see brown, deep brown. I do see it, but yeah, I don't know if I don't know if other people see it. I don't know. But anyway, going back to over here, which is this one. If you have a group of 100 people and they all say, yeah, orange is my favorite color. Yeah, you don't know what orange. It could be different shades of orange. You don't know. You don't know specifically which type of orange. Is it more yellowish orange? Is it more kind of brownish orange? Or what is it? Stuff like that, you know. But this is brown. But it's a derivative of orange, I should say. It's mixed with black, then it becomes brown. I'm talking too much again now. But yeah, I think I'm done. So to wrap it up, yeah, I already covered that then, I think I covered that also. But back to the original, you have